I consider myself a big film enthusiast and have a love for older films. Some of my favorite genres are kung fu flicks, B-horror movies, and spaghetti westerns. Two big names in the last genre are Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill, and to be honest, I've never heard of these guys. When I think of spaghetti western, the first names that come to mind are Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood. Hollywood classics. Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill were a hit everywhere in the world minus the United States, which is weird because a majority of their films have American set pieces and locales. They've starred together in various films, and their work consists of slapstick humor. With all this star power they have, it's no surprise they have their own video game. If Steven Seagal could almost get a game, then these guys have the right to theirs too. I'm not here to give you a history lesson on these guys. There's plenty of other channels doing that, so feel free to check those out once you're done with this review of Slappin' Beans 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying that I have not played the first Slappin' Beans. I've heard about it, I've seen it, never got my hands on it. Apparently, that's a motif in their films, is big slaps in beans. A lot of beans, actually. They do a lot of slapping. Most of their films have them eating beans. And the sequel picks right up at the ending of the first game with our duo stranded by Africa. After saving a small village's bananas from an evil business tycoon, then the pair are mistaken for CIA agents and sent on a wacky trip around the world. You know, the premise is pretty appropriate for fans of their work. It's simple enough, and it's used as an excuse to give all these baddies the beatdown they deserve and move along the story. Speaking about simple, this is where things go downhill for me. We've been blessed in the past few years as beat 'em up fans. We have Streets of Rage 4, Final Vendetta, Shredder's Revenge, and Jitsu Squad, which are some straight up bangers that come to mind. They took what made a beat 'em up game great and started making a goddamn French toast sandwich with it. It's delicious. Slappin' Beans 2 does not do that at all. Now to reiterate, I did not play the prequel, so I don't know how the combat was in that one. But one of the selling points in this one is its improved combat. And there's not much here to keep my attention though. There's a heavy attack, light attack, grab and block. The attacks vary between characters. Bud is the stereotypical heavy hitter who can also pick up downed enemies with his brute strength. Terrence is the complete opposite. Nimble, fast, and he's fast hitting and can use the environment to lay down some hot bean beatings. Combat gets repetitive and boring fast though. By the end of the second stage, I was already going through the motions. The game has the standard weapons to pick up, power-ups, and breakable crates, but this stuff has already been done already, and it's been done better. There are sections where the player will need to switch to characters to progress, but these areas feel more like padding than adding substance to the game. Stages feel bloated as well. Enemy waves seem to go on for forever, and there's not a lot of enemy variety type. I think most, if not all, are based on designed characters from their films. Again, I've never seen one of their films. I've seen snippets, and some of these guys do look familiar, which is why I make that remark. One stage took me almost 35 minutes to complete. That is just way too long for a beat-em-up stage with simple mechanics. One cool thing that I did look forward to was the minigames in each stage. These minigames are even better with co-op play, which the game supports. These minigames can be selected from the main menu if you just want to have some quick fun with a friend. Some minigames include Keep an Eye on the Card, Pelota, also known as Pelota, and Cheating at a Card Game, which that was actually kind of fun. I really like that one. All friendly stuff. The sound effects for the game are alright, they get the job done, and some definitely sound like some wacky ass shit like they belong in Three Stooges or a Looney Tunes episode. The music on the other side, in my opinion, is a bit boring. The music is composed from Oliver Onions, the original movie composer. I get that this name doesn't give up high energy beatdown vibes, but acoustic music for a beat 'em up, I don't think that's the right move. I get it, these guys aren't like ninjas, assassins, or whatever. They're just old dudes going about their business. And I'm not digging that. What is cool, though, is that the duo is now fully voiced. Unfortunately, Bud Spencer passed away in 2016, but Terrence Hill, whose real name is Mario Girardi, yes, these guys are actually Italian, and these are just their American names so they can cater to an American audience, does the dubbing for Italian. Slappin' Beans 2 can be enjoyed in English, Italian, German, and Spanish. Now I'm going to be real with you. I didn't finish the game. I got about 75% done with 4 stages left, and I just got bored. I, in total, put around maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours with it. And there's a lot of dialogue here, but I am not a Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill fan, so I'm not too invested in the story and ended up skipping a lot of it. The game feels like it's more of a love letter to fans who want more of their work instead of beat 'em up games fanatics like myself who are looking for another beat 'em up. It's fun, but not for long. Hit detection can get wonky once a certain enemy group is introduced. Battles get annoying and drawn out, and playing as Terrence feels like a handicap. I got a review copy from PR Hound for free, but this game has a bit of a steep price tag of $20 US. At that price tag, I can't really recommend it unless you're a diehard Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill fan. The sprite art is amazing and the environments look great from stage to stage, but it's just too much style and not enough substance. Maybe I've been spoiled by modern beat 'em ups, but if that's what you're looking for, you're not gonna get it here. Pick this one up when it's on sale. $10 seems reasonable enough for me. If you do want to pick it up, it's available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series S and X, and PC via Steam. If you picked up Slappin' Beans too, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below, especially if you're a fan of the duo. Either way, I appreciate you sticking until the end, and here's some fun videos I recommend you watch. See you around, homie.